Yup, so this is my Daredevil guide. I'm the best Daredevil in the world currently. I was rank 1 on the hero last season. I'm currently just not rank 1 right now because I've been playing comp, but I can guarantee you I am the best in the world. Um, so obviously I'm going to start with the basics. If you guys don't know already, is one shot combo. I'll slow that down for you. It's chain, righteous cross, Timeless throw, and this is on 250s. And in between that, you want to do the F. So I'll do it one time.
Pay for your sins.
Okay. It's very, very simple. It looks hard, it's not. You mark the target. So you do. Say what you do. Boom. Very simple. No, it's one shot for 250s. Honestly, 250s, you can just do the same thing. Shoot 2 throws as well. You could also do 2 chains. It's just like up to what you prefer. If you're trying to get out quick, obviously this is the better choice. Just doing quick like that. Make sure you're jumping around a lot too. I'm not one for spamming keys, but spam the spacebar 100% when you're doing like abilities like this, so you can kind of get around quicker. There's definitely a play here. Just spam the spacebar while you're doing abilities. Gets you a ton of value. To be honest, you also want to melee weave. That's exactly what I do. So boom, 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 and that's exactly goes half. And then with main primary fire, it takes a lot longer instead of just going with the same rhythm. Now, the little melee in between actually enhances the acceleration of like the kill. The TTK is way less time if you're melee waving. Excuse me, if you're melee weaving in between. But it's 100% better. You can combo shit, and then you can go on your next target with the righteous cross.
You've been sentenced.
So I'll do it over here again.
Double kill.
Boom.
That's 3.
I swear Nutties just put it in the game as a combo extender. It's like free. I'd say just practice on these phones to get warm up. Just get on. Or just even to get familiar with the combo. You just do this. Just getting familiar with it's very important. Getting comfortable with the combo so you can do it in game repetition. Now definitely what separates me from other Daredevils is my movement. I 100% have the best mechanics in the world with this hero. Now, when you're in big combos, right, you also want to combo your grapple in between. Not to actually do more damage, but to kind of get around quicker so it's harder to hit you. And of course you get overshield. Now the combo I do in game is probably something like this.
See you.
Boom, 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 boom. I'll finish off the other enemy. Obviously, it's not like a set in stone combo, but you essentially want to like run circles around them to vibe. So you go. Then it's kind of like that. You should not be like. They should not be able to track you on
I
this
can
hero.
hear them getting closer.
Like use this to get faster. Use the B-hop tech. Very simple. Now, on the F, I do advise you to spam the F key. Don't spam your E though. Like, honestly, use precision with this hero. Like, it matters a lot of times. But a lot of times, like, so you can get it right on time if you're not in full range yet to get over to them.
I see
To get the dash off, just spam this right here. That's free, you know. It's like people will tell you not to spam on this hero, or like it's a button mashing hero, not a button mashing merchant. I promise you, just like spam that though. Shit does get value. To be honest. In big fights they'll only do it like when you're going back and forth to kind of drag your feet.
Dad would have been
When
proud
you
of that
ult,
hit. Or let
I
the
do
fella
advise do your right click, go upwards as your ult. So
soul is mine.
Double KO.
your ult will look exactly like this. If you're in a big fight, you can go.
Let the
You go upwards, gets you out of LOS. It's 100% efficient. It's not performative, I promise you.
from justice.
It gets you out of LOS. But like using for mobility.
Beast.
Make sure you're using your righteous cross for mobility as well, not as like a combo. Because in between the combo you can actually melee. So you don't exactly need to,
Beast.
you know, do a whole bunch of shit. And melee,
You've been judged.
no, righteous cross, you can actually cancel it. I'll show you exactly how to do it in a second.
Double KO.
Okay. So you do this, eat instantly. Right as you do it, you'll get the feel for it once you start to do it a lot more, but you want to do eat instantly after you do it, so it looks kind of like this.
To public humiliation.
It 100% makes your interactions faster, like 1000%. But yeah, no, so bottom line, you know, do the bread and butter a lot. Use your shift as a combo extender, but also use it for mobility to kind of run circles around enemies.
Double KO.
Now my binds, you know, I have them kind of hidden right now, but for my deflects, I do the closest mouse button, so forward mouse button. With like this ability here, it's F. Grapple
Our enemies are
is
near. I
shift,
can feel them.
and
Pay
this is
your
a E.
sins.
Yeah, I kind of have like basic binds. I just have like the shit at the bottom right to be funny. But to be honest, I might change my ults key to the second mouse button. Sometimes you fat finger, it's a little annoying. But no, his mechanics are like something you can only like get better at in game. Like in big scenarios,
You've been
like
judged.
it's definitely not easy. 100% like overstimulating, and you'll kind of mess up a lot. But if you can manage his cooldowns right, if you manage his deflect, if you manage his hook, then you can 100% live for as long as you want. I'll go through a replay and like I'll show you guys exactly how to play this hero, like how I do, you know, my playstyle and
Our
everything, my
enemies
thoughts
are
in
near.
game.
I can feel them.
But no, he's 100% a hero that you need to save your deflect for. So I do that every single time. But yeah, no, he's very simple with his main mechanics, but you know, getting flashy and all that shit, it does take time. Like I think I have 200 something hours on this hero. Like if you only have 70 hours, 60 hours, like, and you're not getting better at all, don't like trip about it, because you shouldn't be worrying about being like bad at the hero unless you have like 100 plus hours. Because when you get to 100 hours is when you start getting good at the hero. At least that's how I kind of worked out with Panther. I was kind of like a scrub until 50 hours, and then I kept getting better, and I only worried about, you know, reaching the full potential on the hero when I get to 100 hours. So bottom line, just like don't, you know, worry about being bad at the character unless you have 100 hours.
I can hear them getting closer.
But no, it's definitely a problem if you have like 80 hours and you're still a scrub though, I'll be honest. It's kind of just like a full skill issue. But yeah, no, do a lot of practicing on these over here before you're going in. These are 250s, obviously not hero, like not a lot of heroes in the game are 250s, but it's definitely good to get the practice in. And if you get a feel for the mechanics, you can do it on the flyers as well. Now, what I do for the flyers, I'll usually do chain first. So if it'll spawn again. Yeah, so I do chain, boom, boom, boom. But you gotta make sure that you hit the throw, or it's not gonna one-shot. Yeah, that's pretty much how that works. Same as 250s. Iron Man's a free kill for you. Should not be bitching about flyers at all in Daredevil. You are anti-flyer. But yeah, this is a replay here, an account match. I'm Brendan T'Challa with my duo here, Miss Venom plays rank 1 actually. Punk Monk 25 is his YouTube. I'll put it in the description. But this is a decent game here. This is in Celestial. Now when I roll out, I go to the left every time. It's either the left or the right. Never go down main. Now the start of this match, you know, usually matches on Daredevil, it's a little slow to start until your team kind of plays around you. But this is a really good example of like slow starting. So right here, I'll go around. I'll go down main a little bit, get some ball charge. I'll peel a little bit. Now with peeling, right? If your supports are like bitching in the mic or whatever about like, oh, there's an Iron Fist in the back line, there's a Hulk in the back line, and you have like a frontline tank, do not worry about it unless it's really, really bad. Um, I'd say only do dive second. So you want to do peel first, dive second. If there's like a magic and a DD on the other team, because you don't want to get out dove, because it's not good for anyone. Now you do want to do peel at some point. You know, you're not the main person that has to peel. That's at least how I handle that. I'll usually peel first and then dive second if there's a ton of dive. But if it's a fucking Iron Fist or a Hulk, like, bro, and they're like yelling in the mic, bro, don't peel. Have somebody else do it, bro, because like they'll be bitching in the mic, like, oh, there's a Hulk in the back, there's a Hulk in the back. He's doing like 5 damage to supports, bro. It's like, get out. Now the new Alsa trap is 100% just performative. It's not good at all, by the way. Now I'll stick around the supports a little bit here. I'll play the front line if the tank is low. Okay, so now Emma choke. The mistake I made there, I didn't bait out Diamond and I got too close. On Daredevil, your biggest weakness is literally just CC. You'll get CC'd and killed immediately. You're honestly a high value target, so you'll die every time. You get CC'd. Like Rogue CC and Emma CC definitely are your biggest corner, in my opinion. And Bucky too. Now I see the cap. I'll just get on him to get on him. And I'm taking the left route. We're going here anyway.
I can hear them getting closer.
I'm not gonna do too much commentary because some of this you can actually see exactly what I'm thinking. Like I'm going back here after my whole team's dead. You know, it's like some of these people in high elo, by the way, are really, really dumb, like really bad players who don't know how to play the game. So you'll see a lot of my teammates just dying like in soccer for no reason. So on Daredevil, you have to be very patient. You can't go in like every 5 seconds. You gotta manage your cooldowns. You gotta manage the play style. You see here I'm going on supports. Notice we get a pick in the back, so I get a little more aggressive. Now I'm with my team here. Now we killed one of their tanks, so this means you want to play the front line to kill the other one. Now here I was expecting my team to come up because we got a pick, but our strange is sitting behind everyone, so we can do this quickly. Now my supports here. Some dives you strictly want to do it to wait out cooldowns, like a soft dive. If you have a Venom, it's way, way easier to get Loki runs out. Like, if you go in for a soft dive on Loki, you're not aiming to kill him, you just want his cooldown. Invis, every single time you go on her, though, you do want to bait the ult and kill her. Now, Emma, you can actually block her ult there with your deflect. I just didn't about in the moment because you had no Zolda, but you can actually do that. I'm on Invis. Invis should be a free kill for you every time on Daredevil. Like, there's no excuse whatsoever. Just save your deflect for when she pushes you, so you can easily outplay her. Now here, obviously the support's first target I go to. It's already dead though. Now Cap, in all fairness, the Cap shouldn't have been who I wanted to kill here, but we get on Rocket. Melee wave in between. Melee's really good up front like that, and completely ridiculous that the team didn't heal me there, I'm not gonna lie. Jeff kind of like sitting in the back just using his little piss stream on nothing. It's whatever. A little annoying. We lose that first fight. It's whatever, we get next. You know, it's never like over if you lose the first. Like, it's always winnable every single time you lose. Honestly, most games in high elo end up with the first team like rolling and then the next just complete comeback because swaps get made. And to be honest, our strange, like in that first one was a complete scrub. You know, sometimes it just falls out that way.
30 seconds before You attack.
There's
Get
some mix
ready.
around here.
If I could bring law and order
And
to
obviously,
the
like I
city,
said, you go left or right
I can
every
do it
time,
here
never down
too.
main. I'd say you only go main sometimes if you're playing with like MRC or something. And you want to brawl a little bit. No, Elsa, I don't really know how to play around her yet. I know that her dash is like, I don't know her cooldowns, you know, by heart yet. But I know she has hella mobility, like fucking disgusting, bro. And obviously you gotta be patient, like I said. In my videos as well, I've never cut out like the part where you have to wait because I know a lot of people like to learn from my videos. So you want to be patient every time. Now I get a good pick on Rocket there. And Biz also free here. Now through her shield, through Invis shield, you want to use your chain. Kind of made a mistake there, use throw, but you look at me anyway. You know, us is definitely challenging here to play against. With her little trap and shit. It's just like ridiculous. Now we see Iron Man. Like I said, you're anti-flyer. I use chain there, and I shift, pull him back. Boom. You gotta use shift in between, or else it's gonna get away. And then you want to set up around the right or the left, like I said. You want to set up on the flank every time. Especially how I play, because my playstyle on this hero, I feel like I'm very patient, you know, I'm very quiet. I do brawl a lot though, a lot. But the way I kind of activate the brawl, you'll only be able to brawl in the front line if you have good tanks, just how it is, honestly. Like, I think his best combos are with Venom and Mag, probably. Because you can go in the front line, you can bang a little bit if you have a Mag shielding you. But no, Venom can definitely enable you on the dive. That's at least how I think. I've been one-checking this hero for a while now, and I can tell you, like, this hero solely relies on tanks, having good tanks. If you have bums on tank, you will not be able to get as much value as somebody who has good tanks. Like, say you have bum tanks, and the other team is running Daredevil and they have good tanks, you'll get diffed every time. Like, this is how it goes. But no, if they do have scrub ass supports, you can get away with it. But if you have good supports, good tanks, it's just like cooked, you know. He's definitely a team hero until you get to like Diamond, and then it kind of becomes to the point where the team does kind of have to play around you. If you have the brawl play style, it's a little bit easier. But if you have the patient dive, you can get so much value from the team just basically. Then you'll notice with my deflect, I do go up. I use the right cross to go upwards, and I drop down with the deflect. I see Invis out of position every time you want to look for out of position enemies. Literally every time, just look around you, see if there's anyone overextended or anything, positioning. You just need to take out people overextended. Now I know right here I do like drag out this 1v1 way longer than it has to be, but should have been way easier to kill that guy. Now use your grapple as well as a hook. It's very important on Jeff when he's running away. People tell you to use chain only, now just like use throw. Use throw from long distances on low enemies as well. You can get value that way. And like I said, be patient on the left or the right. Sometimes you can afford to sit down main if you have a good Mag or Emma or like a good brawl tank. Honestly, I think Daredevil's best tanks to work with. Like I said, Mag is good, but like if you have a Rogue and you have a Venom, then oh my gosh, you can be enabled so hard by the Rogue and the Venom. Because you can have Rogue go all the way behind. She has so much HP. You can have her ult the backline or whatever, and you can just go in and just like explode the supports and shit. It's crazy. And I stay in the back for a long time, so I have to pull down main. That's exactly what I do every time. I'll play it back. If I can find it. No, I go in the back. I do kind of waste my pull there, to be honest. But, you know, then end up getting punished for it. Now, once you get space like that, once you space out the back line from their front line, you want to use your deflect to move forward out. That's how I do all my interactions when I'm going back to front. It's honestly a lot of space because when you're in the backline, you're thinking two things. You know, either I'm gonna die for a pick, or I'm gonna go through main and get space, or you can just get free picks there. But usually in high elo, it ends up being you're going 1 for 1 or 2 for 1. Um, but no, if you can get away with a good pick, and just like go through main, which is very rare unless they're bombs. That's just how it is. So like under fucking diamond, you can just roll supports easy. But no, supports are 100% easy to kill on this hero. Um, you just need to play around the cooldowns and you're good. My hero brawl a little bit. Now at this point, I'm like trying to hold my ults. That's what you gotta do most of the time. You want to use your throw a lot in your ults so you can get the overshield a ton. That's literally what I do every single time. People will tell you it's like spamming or whatever. It's like it's literally what you gotta do to survive sometimes. Like you just use throw and get a lot of AoE damage out.
All patched up.
Now here, yeah, we get our magic. A good second round, like I said, game's never over until it's literally over. Like you can make so much happen in the second and third round. It's just about maps, to be honest with you. Like if you're getting Hell's Heaven or you're getting Soldier Factory in the first, then it's a little difficult. But if you're getting like all the other maps, it's kind of free. I make kind of an exception every time. It's either I'll brawl over in this section in the back, or I'll go up top here. I end up going top here though. Now I'll do this a lot. I'll kind of strafe on high ground whenever I'm about to go backline. On a Rocco, I do it a lot. But on this map, it's also prevalent. So right here, I'm calming with my venom. Let me know when I go backline. You can always be the first one to go in, but I prefer the venom to go in first, so he can bait out whatever cooldown is in there, and I can go in right after. Because obviously DD has more burst damage. I get on Jeff. Jeff should be a free kill for you every single time you're on him. If you're not one-shotting him every single time, then you definitely need to get in the practice range a lot more into the combo. Especially when one's out of position like that, it should be free kills. Now here, don't be afraid to spam the heal ping, by the way. Support mains, man. It's whatever. Now I'm on Bucky here, he's trying to run, but gotta kill him there. Every enemy that's overextended, you should be punishing. Or else you're just not playing right. Right here, cool. Right. It's a little difficult to make space there though, just because it's a bad section. Now Elsa obviously really stupid. Now you see me do the V-hook back in. When you're doing your hook like that, you can cancel like the dash animation with space during your hook. Now if you're doing that upwards and you pop your ults, it's very, very good. I end up popping here. Just get a quick guard. And actually, I end up forcing there, which is huge. I think getting both support outs out from the other team is way more value than just winning a team fight, like at the start of the round. Like, sometimes you just want to ult to force, never think it's a wasted ult or whatever if you get like a 12 ult or something. Because then that enables another DPS to have their ult, and then they can kind of wipe with that. So I end up using my deflect there to block the Emma ult. And I'm playing around high ground. I always play around high ground usually. Now at this point, I'm not trying to get any wipes. I'm just trying to hold kind of. By the way, I know I didn't do a crazy B-hop there, but like, obviously getting the bunny hop tech down is very important. It gets you to point faster, and get you out of situations quick. I'd say go in the back range. I have a good B-hop, I just sometimes I miss it, so I don't care. I look for Jeff over there out of position, but he's able to get away though in time. Now I'm setting up for a dive. I'm pretty sure I'm coming with my venom. I go behind here for a long flank. I wait for Cloak fade. Now Cloak is honestly a free kill after her fade. I should have went on her instead of Jeff there, to be honest. Cloak is way more high value target. Now I'm waiting for Cloak to finish. I go in a little early. I force fade really quick. Now Cloak is a free kill after her fade, like I said. Now you do want to get away from Jeff ult with your shift, or stay high ground. I don't end up saving the Jeff ult there, but your team should trust you enough to like kill the Jeff ult every time. You should be doing that. You should be going high ground and then using your F to get too quick so you can save the team. I ended up dying here, I think. Yeah, I got stuck on the terrain. It's a little hard to do the B-hop tech on this map though, because the stairs. Nice to get a pick there. Now, like I said, you can see me using throw a lot here. That's mainly what you want to use in your ult in situations like this, in big draws, because you get a ton of AoE damage off. And that's just what. And then I see Jeff high ground. Using the shift there and the killing.
Wow, 4 in a row.
Ruthlessness is
No, I tell you, melee weave, don't use it over like excessively because sometimes you'll miss like your dive. Like you'll miss a few shots or whatever on melee because you're not in range, and then you just like kind of mess up the dive sometimes. And use it in like moderation or when you'll know when to use it. Now, I see the support. Any support open like that is really stupid. And I forced the Jeff ult, which is huge. Now I'm looking to get the kill off. Like I said, yep, go high ground and then use your F to get on him, and he's free. That's what you should do every single time. Your team should trust you with that. And Coco, you just want to get ult charge. And we end up winning there. Now that's a good example of dive Daredevil right there. Calming, with your venom or your dive tank or whatever, your other dive. Very, very important. Because you can miss crucial dives if you don't have the little bit of extra damage in. Because obviously Daredevil's TTK is really good, but if there's a ton of healing going on, you're not going to be able to get a pick off really, really well. It's just how it is. Most of the time you're going in to make space or you're baiting cooldowns. That's just how it goes. And obviously not every game is going to be like this, some days you're just not going to play as well as you played the other day. That's how it is with a lot of players and myself too. Some days, I'll be the best in the world at the hero, and then the other day, I'll still be really good, but, I'm not going to be myself, and that happens a lot with a lot of players, so never think that it's only you. You can only just hope to improve. Now, I'm going to show you here how to exactly play on Kunlun, how to use dive to your advantage. This is perfect for the brawl and dive playstyle. Some games you want to switch up the playstyle a lot more, you want to do dive. There's Loki, so I'll show you how to play around that. Usually what you want to do with a Loki is you want to have your Venom calm, go into the backline here, yep, and push runes, and then you pull out instantly, because obviously you're not going to be able to kill the runes. And I pull out, my whole team's dead pretty much. Both healers are dead, so the fight is just lost. Just fall back. Spidey makes a dumb decision here. You should never be losing Spidey 1v1s unless they get a health pad, to be honest with you. You gotta just make sure to use your throw. And close rooms also take the 1v1, never take it out in the open unless you're confident you can get your chain off. Now, Spider-Man's one of those heroes. You can see me know he's like in LOS, but I don't go for him because obviously he's just good at bait my cooldowns. Now I'll go down main here and comment my venom, get up finishes here. See me get out swiftly there. That's a big thing with the Punisher turret. You want to use deflect right in front of it as he's shooting you, and he's just gonna break his own turret really. Now get off there. You never want to get too greedy. I end up dying here though. The mistake I made there, I should have pulled off when I saw a team member died, but kind of made a mistake there. Got too greedy. Now, like I said, always go left or right, never down main, unless there's space in between. Now, I see the Punisher and the support's free. I end up getting a low key, which is good. I think I end up dying here though, yeah. On Daredevil, expect to get a lot of 1-for-1s, like you dying while their support is dying, but it's also a good trade though.
Leave them to consume.
No, I'm setting up for the dive. Punisher was really on my ass this game though. Yeah, I see him overextended. Always the enemies if they're overextended. Play around health pads as well when you're looking at 1v1s. Never take the rogue 1v1, by the way, you'll lose every time. It's like a bum. Her like shift is way too strong. Portals like this double, so just not use you throw to get ult charge. I see Punishers coming through here. And I see Invis out in the open. Like I said, kind of save your deflect for when she tries to do the push. She'll push you away easy. Playing out in the open here, a little bit of a mistake I made. Play around a lot of cover, because you can use your shifts to get away easy.
There's still work to do. By the eye of Agamotto.
I'd say also try to get like more of a knowledge for the maps. You know, try and play a lot more around Kunlun, House Heaven, around those maps. It's very important. On Strange, like I said, you just want to use the chain. Now there's a good example of using the shift to get momentum in the air and then ulting so you're out of LOS. It's very good. So I end up getting a lot of value there, getting 2 picks. And we end up getting like, you know, never take the rogue 1v1 ever. Like literally like a cancer hero. Like just completely ace to play against. But you should be able to win every 1v1 in the game other than rogue, that's it. Literally like the only hero in the game that will beat you in 1v1 with that health path. Now you kind of like you always kind of want the Spideys, like on DD at least you want them to too. Now tanks overextended here, you should be able to see that through your vision. Now throwing the throw in a lot is also good for getting multiple kills. You can kind of like steal the final hits sometimes. It's not too much damage, but you know it's good enough to get your like KD and shit up. I set up. I see the Spidey's gonna try and touch, but he ended up like not touching for some reason. It was really weird. Like he could easily get on my support there. It's Colonels, and he ends up killing both supports there. To be honest, that's kind of my fault. I feel like I knew that he was gonna do something, but just kind of brushed it off. Making a stupid decision there. I don't know why you're trying to do that. See no more. I use the deflect to get out. You want to kind of do that 360 thing I just did. If you can 360 really easy. You can use your shift to get away, push into your team really fast. You can use it upwards into your team, and then you can do deflects, mid animation. Now Rocket's obviously pretty easier. If I had a little help there from my venom, I mean, I was taunted as well. And like I said, throw is your biggest like weapon. It's ultimate. Like I got a rocket. No, and Viz got res near us. Doesn't care, we should have brought res before we got in the back. Sometimes you just want to use deflect to get Fury, so get Fury on damage and deflect. That's what I do sometimes. Now this is perfect brawl mechanics right here, by the way. Like, it's perfect. Using the throw and using the chain, like, righteous cross. Also, you can use your shift, use your righteous cross on whatever. Don't use it immediately all the time.
Time to switch things up, including which side you're on. You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
No, on offense, Daredevil is severely better, like, considerably better. And when you get pulled like that, just use your deflect instantly, bro. It's just unfortunate to get pulled, honestly. Don't play around ammo too much or too long. Try and save your shift so you can get out when she goes diamond. You get a venom to bait it. Now I go right to the supports. Big play. If I would use chain there, I would have got more value, but I end up dying though.
I demand a retrial.
Just good B-hop there. Like I said, just go in the first range, get the B-hop tech down. Now right here, I'm not really sure if Emma has diamond or not, but we actually baited out there. Now you want to break amp all the time if you have another support ult up. Make sure you're coming to your team in the game also. No, that was just unfortunate. I don't know how he got me there. Like I said earlier though, like, don't expect to have perfect games every time. Like, there's obviously going to be rough patches in every game. And comebacks happen a lot, by the way. Like, never think the game's over, never tilt, none of that. It's very important. Because, like, your mental, you're not going to play your best. I actually made the mistake on stream yesterday. I killed Jude, and I don't know why I did 90 ranks. So, just like, unfortunate. Sometimes you're just like not in the right mental. Sometimes you just like think about other things while you're playing or whatever. It's just not good. Also, make sure you're balancing your aggro. Like, make sure you're getting on everyone. If you're on the tanks and you have full fury, like, and you have your F still, you can just go in the back line, right behind them, and then you can switch between the DPS, the back line, the tanks. That's what's good about this hero. And that's someone like Black Panther, you can like do everything pretty much. And I think that's why VP is so weak, because like he's so one-dimensional. Like, now here I noticed my team is kind of in trouble, so I try and get on this range, but it doesn't even like matter though. My range sucks. Now at this point I'm playing in the front line a little bit more. Sometimes we're just going in for ult charge, not for a kill. Now if you can hit your shifts on the Spidey, you pretty much kill him like every time if it's a bomb. I get on this here, I'm coming. Moon Knight ults are your like #1 savior, by the way. Like, if you can get a Moon Knight that will separate the tanks from their healers, and like, oh my god, just a perfect combination. Because what the Moon Knight did there is he actually ulted in between both, so the healers were separated kind of through the ults, and me and Venom could get on them easy. This guy was a good Moon Knight, to be fair. I noticed here I'm like just not in a good spot. Right there. But Strange obviously is in a horrible spot here. Just completely separated from the team. That's kind of stupid. And we end up getting the pick there early on in the fight. I get on Invis. Now here I should have 100% saved my defect for earlier, but we end up killing her though. I get on Rocket as well. So Emma's in front of him though, so it's a little risky. I get in the pick. W be afraid to like kind of follow somebody to spawn if they don't have healers. Now, always block the strange ults with your deflect. I just low-key didn't expect it there. I didn't know. I got like crazy tunnel vision. You'll get that a lot on Daredevil. Like you'll be having so much fun that you'll just like not know what's going on around you. But you want to deflect strange ult every time. Of course, if you have it though, kind of save the cooldown a little bit more when there's a strange on the other team looking for ults. But yeah, no, that's also a good map for dive, but it's definitely good gameplay for dive, brawl, going back and forth. Now, obviously, there's plays in there that you're gonna see for yourself. You'll kind of understand it more. That I'm not calling out, but yeah, no, it's perfect if you can kind of like read it and understand it and replicate it in games. You know, me going into the back line when there's no Emma and using my deflects coming back to my team down main, it gets good value every single time. Now for Emma's matchup, it's pretty simple. Just avoid the diamond. Now, obviously it's going to be a real player when you're in game, but if you just kind of play exactly like this, kind of play around her kit, kind of play around her, be very passive. During her beam like that, it's very easy to kill her. If you just use your chain. Now, obviously I have cooldowns off, so this is kind of like a realistic perspective. Now you don't want to get hit with that grab, or you're probably going to end up dying if you're near walls or anything. Not perfect there. Now if you hit the chain at the sweet spot on Emma, it does so much damage. And that's how you do Emma right there. You want to use your chain through her shield a ton. You want to avoid the diamond. You want to try and use your shift to get away from it. But yeah, that's pretty much how Emma works.
3, 2, 1.
Now Strange is an easy matchup as well. You kind of want to use your chain a ton against this guy when he doesn't have his shield up. It's kind of easy to hit the throw, but when he has a shield, like I said, you just hit an easy chain. Obviously, it's going to be a real player, so they're going to fly up in the air and all that shit, but you kind of want to save your shift, your grapple for when he goes up in the air. Kind of the base of how that works. Just kind of save it so you can grapple onto him and bring him back down to the ground. I wish the AI would kind of move up though, so I can show you guys an example of it, but I don't.
5, 4.
Now this is Magneto's matchup.
2, 1.
When you use your chain a ton against this guy, when he puts the shield up specifically. Now when he puts the bubble on, there's really no counter for that. You just kind of have to wait it out. Make sure you're meleeing a lot against tanks though. Like make sure you're using your left click in between your right clicks. That's useful. Obviously, the deflect is very useful against Mag when he does his right click. But yeah, because you can push him back with it as well if you can do it. I can show you guys if I have my deflect in time. Let me see if he does it. Yep. So you can actually push him back if you deflect it towards him, which is very useful in a 1v1 against him. Yeah, that's the Magneto matchup. Now this is the Punisher matchup right here. Punisher's very free for Daredevil. You just have to get your deflect on point. Now you can use double throw a lot, your deflects. Save it for the shotgun so you can deflect it in his face. It's pretty much how it goes. Saving your deflect is really important. You don't want to get hit by that shotgun because if you do, it's really punishing. And obviously it'll be a real player too, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you.
Our enemies are near. Feel them.
5.
Now this is the Daredevil matchup.
3, 2.
Show you guys how to not get diffed. You want to make sure you're using a combination of both chain and throw at the same time because the overshield definitely stacks up. Make sure you're saving deflects. Make sure you're melee weaving as well so you get the most damage off. Okay, yeah, we can do it again. I won't even get health pad. He got the health pad and I'm still gonna beat him. Yeah, that's exactly how you do. You want to use your mobility to your advantage. It's kind of hard to hit Devil's Chain. So if they force a Devil Chain, they get a ton of HP if they hit you. But if they don't, then it's so free for you to win that 1v1. Because now they don't have Fury. They'll be spamming the Devil's Throw in the 1v1. And like keeping the deflect on point. So make sure you're also just comboing up with the chain and the throw mid 1v1. But if you want to use the throw to be safe, you can. But it depends how good the other one is. It's just honestly about skill at that point, whoever's better. Now, Psylocke is kind of an easy 1v1. Like, you should be getting picks on this hero every time you see her on the flank. Yeah, exactly how you do it. You want to use your shift. I'll show you exactly how I do it. So you want to save your shift so you can go to wherever she dashes. That's the key to winning that one.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So I can show you. Boom. She already used a dash. That's free. But yeah, the dash is the only way she would even be able to outplay you. The rest of her kit is very free for you to just outplay. Yeah. See, Freezer. You can use a shift. And you can just totally outplay the Luna. Like at this point, she's just free kill. Like after her snowball, there's nothing left really. But if it is a good Luna though, then they'll be able to outplay you with a shift maybe. But there's no reason you should lose that, to be honest with you. Yeah, using Devil's Sword, you can honestly one-shot Mantis pretty free before she even gets the animation Precipitate out. The Hello matchup is pretty difficult right now just because her E is very overtuned. Like, see? If you can just force it out, then she's a free kill. If you force out Bird and the E, then she's kind of... she has nothing left, really. But if it's a good Hela, though, obviously it's AI, but like if it's a good Hela, then they'll be able to just E and then crit you and then it's like hooked, you know? But yeah, that's all the matchups. Now I just want to show you guys an example of a perfect interaction in a 2v1 against a Psylocke and a Magic. I wasn't even at full health here, but this is absolutely perfect right here. So I'm going to slow it down just a little bit. This is from one of my other videos. So I see the Magic. I see she's about to use her projectile. So I pop my deflect, deflect it in her face, and then I get on the Psylocke. She has nothing left, and it's a free kill. So if you just save your deflect after, like a character is winding up the projectile or something, whatever, just save your deflect for that. If you have good reflexes, you should be able to get it off in time, and you can deflect it right in their face. Like if there's a Punisher, he has a shotgun out. If you have good aim, then you can deflect it right in his face. But yeah, that's how you want to do your interactions right there. Before I end the video, quick shout out to today's sponsor, W Energy. If you're grinding ranked, locked in on Daredevil, and need laser focus without the crash, W's my go-to. Zero sugar, clean energy, and it actually tastes tough. No chalky nonsense whatsoever. This is what keeps me locked in for so long in Rivals. It lets me play my best. Listen, use code ZeroMar at checkout for a 10% discount. Support the channel if you're up like a pro.